Alright, in the last video we discussed what is support and resistance levels and drew some horizontal lines to gauge price action. So we have our resistance lines, the red, and we have our support lines, the green. And we had our traders. So we understand that support and resistance is not a specific price, but a zone or area between price points. Now we're going to discuss what are pivot points. Pivot points are significant levels that are used to determine the potential movement of a stock near a support or resistance level, near the highs or lows. So you're looking for potential reversals most of the time. Pivot points can be used on all time frames, and the price points will be different based on the time frame that you use. Pivot points are significant support or resistance levels. Okay, so we have our resistance here zone and support zone here, but we don't have any pivot points. So I'm going to turn on the advanced warning pivot points algo here and see where they were created. We have the lime green pivot point, which is a resistance pivot point, and we have the gold pivot point, which is a support pivot point. So we can clearly see that we tried to make some sense out of this chart so we could figure out where to enter this trade. And based on our analysis of past price action, we determined that there was a support level between 89 and 87 and a resistance level about 97 and 95. So near these significant support and resistance levels are the most powerful pivot points, which would be the key to getting confirmation that we drew our lines correctly, since they're in sync with the market, as well as if there are buyers and sellers in the area. So the lime green pivot point detects resistance or selling pressure, and the gold pivot point detects buying pressure based on the market in real time. So we can clearly see that a lime green pivot point came here and price ended up pulling back a little bit below support, and then a gold support pivot came as confirmation that there are buyers there. And as you see price go up, then you know it is a good entry point. So pivot points are significant support and resistance levels. Pivot points are not lagging indicators, but predict future price action, specifically near reversals. So we could see this pivot point, the lime green pivot point came near the resistance, And we know that MSP algo pivot points are only created based on detecting buying pressure or selling pressure. So when price pulled back, look how in line our support lines are in relation to the pivot point. So we got buyers here and here. So in a nutshell, we learned that support and resistance is a zone between price points, and pivot points are substantial support and resistance levels that can detect reversal areas. The next video, I'm going to discuss some pivot point bot language based on the MSP algo pivot points. So join us for that, and in the meantime, subscribe and like today.